We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
On 53. On 53. There goes side. Blue 20.
Keenum on first down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Ryan Glasgow coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
22. There goes side. Right 20. Very left. Very left. Roger. Hey, orange. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
White. Here we go. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They give it to him running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
11. I got you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. A tackle that time by Ahkello Witherspoon.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. High. Roger. Hey, all right. Hey, go, Roger.
On second down, here's Keenan. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hey, let's go. Roger. Hey, we got four down. Jam. Hey, go, Roger. Jam. Yes.
On third and long, it's Keenum. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo to throw on second down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Hey, come on. We got six.
McKinnon, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Hey, orange! Hey, orange! Hey, orange! Here we go, boys.
Keenum now on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. They've got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey, orange! Here we go,
On first and 10, Keenum. And incomplete on the deep ball. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Roger.
On second and 10, Keenum. Nice footwork at the 25. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. He got 29 yards that time.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Now it's Keenum, and that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Jam! Very left. Here goes hot. Right 20. Hot.
Keenum throwing once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. In for the score. And the Broncos are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Wait. Here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Toss play to McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
11. 11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
4 down. Alert. 21. 6. 12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And Gould is able to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, on. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Run! Run 20! Let's go, Roger!
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 53. No. Roger. Hey, let's go.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
4 down. Here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Say hi. 22. Blue 20. 22. Hey, go Roger.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's McKinnon, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
11, 11, 13, 13.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 53 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, yo, it's yo, it's yo.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Let's go.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
4 down. Down. Run. Like 20. 56. Check 56. Wild Bill. Hey, orange. Hey, go Rodgers.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Down. We got 4. Roger. There goes the high. 53. Like 20. 52. 10. 22. 22. Hey, go Roger.
On first down, Keenum. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
36.
Keenum will try again on second down. Incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, I got number 80. 53. Here goes the hot. Like 20.
And the blitz does come. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Keenum on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
53. Here goes the hot. Right 20. Brown to that hot.
On second down, here's Keenum. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here goes the hot. Right 20. Very left. Hey, go Roger. Hey, let's go.
Third and long. It's Keenum. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Jam. Here goes the high. Roger. Right 20. Roger. Hey, let's go.
They do snap it to Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Hey, gun. Back. 21. Jam.
Now McKinnon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check. 13. White.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Todd Davis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Mary left.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
22. Hey, Mike's right. 22. Strong right. Roger. Here goes the hot. Mary left. Hey, go Roger. Hot. Hey, orange.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Flushed out right. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. McManus's point after is good, and that will get him one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
No gain on the play there, second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Niners on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
11, black 80, 1 Omaha. Take 4.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or they're going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction.
Well, I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Let's get it. Move it up, fellas. Double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Fellas, here we go. Wide, get wide.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
All day, every day, any day.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Garoppolo looking to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11, 11. Hurry up! 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Garoppolo to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
1, Omaha. 11, 11. 6, 6. 11, 11.
Back to throw. Garoppolo. He shakes it off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And a timeout here. Timeout taken. Whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
22. 22. Hey, orange. Here's our orange. Roger. 56. Hey, go, Roger. Hey, let's go. Cut.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Jam. Cut. Right 20. Hey, orange. Jam. Orange. Hey, go, Roger.
One last throw for Keenum. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. One final try now for Keenum. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for San Francisco, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Somebody call for the queen.